Austin Price of Volquest, who joins us each week. Thanks to Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. Austin, thank you for the time as always. I'll go ahead and get right to it. Cooper Mays, where do things stand a few days before Saturday night with his status and his hope of playing for the first time this season at center for Tennessee?
Well, I continue to believe that this is the week you see Cooper back on the field. Believe that he's doing everything this week, and in my opinion, honestly, we'll start Saturday's game, but we'll see. I mean, crazier things have happened, but it feels like this is the week where you see Cooper back out on the grass, actually playing, and from all accounts, he has had a nice start to the week of practice. We'll see if he can finish it between now and Saturday.
A lot of guys were banged up in that football game, AP. A lot of them also could have played last week and went back in, but Tennessee was up, and Tennessee also decided to keep some of those guys out. Anybody else that may be a game-time decision or their status is uncertain for Saturday's game?
Well, I do think that, Tennessee has some nicks and bruises and, kind of some bumps and scrapes. And, I think most of those guys are going to play. I don't see anybody – I have not talked to anybody that has told me that anybody is going to miss. The way the staff kind of handles injuries, I don't think it would shock anybody if there was kind of this out of left field somebody who missed. Don't know that that's the case, but at the same time, based off everything I've heard and everybody I've talked to, everybody that kind of was either exited the game, last week due to injury or whatever, seems to be looking like that they're on track to play Saturday. But I think it's something you at least have to bear watching. I don't think, based off people I've talked to, Tennessee's going to be without anybody. But there were some key players that exited that game and didn't come back in, whether it was precautionary or not.
Austin Price is with us from Volquest each week, thanks to Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. What's top of mind for you in terms of what Tennessee needs to do to win this game, going in as a big favorite against South Carolina?
You got to get up to the quarterback, on defense. I think that's where it starts and stops, because I'm not sure the secondary is elite enough to have a fantastic night without good pass rush. I think that pass rush is pivotal, because the pass rush will get the fans into it. The fans lead to false starts and other communication errors, and that's where South Carolina starts playing 1st and 15 and 2nd and 17 and 3rd and 20. I think that's where it really kind of is the epicenter on that side of the ball. Now, offensively, I think it's run the football. I think if you can establish the run, Tennessee's fourth in the nation in rushing. South Carolina is 104th or whatever defending it. If you can run the football, I think it makes things a little bit easier for Joe. It opens things up for Joe, and it kind of works hand in hand. So I think it's, not stop the run. It's literally your pass rush against Spencer Rattler, because they're going to throw it a lot, and it's run the football.
Do you have a player to watch on defense for Tennessee?
James Pierce, Omar Norman Lott. It's those two for me. I think, again, getting to the quarterback, and in reality, I think it's probably Omar Norman Lott, because I think his ability to, be disruptive on the interior of the defensive line and push the pocket and push it outside into the arms of a Tyler Barron or a James Pierce. I think that's how you have success if you're Tennessee on defense.
Austin, what are the recruiting storylines heading into this weekend?
There's not many. It's pretty quiet out there. You've got two official visitors, one of which I think is an extreme long shot, Daniel Hill, the running back from Mississippi. But with, a great atmosphere, you never know. It's been done before where, kids came in not thinking much and you got blown away by the visit and the atmosphere and everything, and all of a sudden it morphed. So, we'll see. And but the biggest one's Cam Michael, wide receiver out of Statesboro, Georgia. He'll be here. Tennessee wants and needs to add another receiver to this class. And, he's probably one of the biggest names left on the board for the Vols.
Austin Price, Volquest, is with us thanks to Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. The passing game for Tennessee, Joe Milton, the receivers, the potential is all there. How close do you think they are to reaching that potential or tapping into more of the opportunities that we've seen, especially this past Saturday?
Well, I thought they were way better in the first half against UTSA. It's the best pacing tempo that we've seen this year. It looked more like the offense last year. And a lot of that is, as Heupel said Monday, not playing at 1st and 15 or 2nd and 17 or whatever. Like it's about, staying ahead of the sticks and, not getting behind them, not being forced into 3rd and long and 2nd and long and those type plays and having those mental errors. And Tennessee was better than that. I also think it's going to be interesting to see how much more efficient they look with Cooper Mays back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that's something you have to really talk about. Again, when you've got a 3-year starter who runs this offense like a fine old machine, and Ollie Lane has done as good a job as he could do. I mean, he's a career-long guard, and because Tennessee had nobody else to get the snap back to Joe, I mean, he stepped in, and I thought, done as well as he could possibly do, learning the position in, a matter of weeks. So, I mean, but I think that, this offensive line gets stronger when you put Ollie back into the rotation at guard, Cooper at center. And then I think Gerald Mincey is destined to eventually get a start here sooner rather than later. So, for me, it's all those factors, it kind of helps get that passing game going. That's not out, that's kind of outside the realm of simply quarterback and receivers. But, the receivers have caught the ball better the last few weeks than they did early on to start the season, and they've started to get a little more rhythm. And I think Joe, last week before he got his knee hit, was really, really good, 14-16. And after that, there were some bad misses.
It's a big one on Saturday night, a chance for Tennessee to get to 4-1 ahead of an off week before Texas A&M will come to Knoxville 2 weeks later. Austin Price will be covering it, the game, covering what's going on in recruiting.
They got any black mode, dark mode, Greg Norman golf T-shirts, AP, for you this weekend?
No, I don't do a whole lot of black, but I got a lot of navy, so you'll see me in navy.
Okay, we get Vol Navy, so there's the tie in there as well.
There it is.
Yeah, Austin Price will be taking care of business, takes care of us each week with great information. Thanks to Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, making it unique, making it special, making it just for you. They want to be your jeweler there at Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. Austin, thank you for the time as always. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you again next week.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.